Thank you, Jennifer, and thank you, Frank, for bringing such warm greetings. I just want to say there's a little echo on the mic, so whoever is dealing with that, if it's possible to terminate that echo. If not, we'll go right along. I also, before I ask Madame Jean to give her remarks, I'd like to acknowledge that we are standing on indigenous land, Dalhousie University, and the indigenous lands of the Mi'kmaq people and the wider Abenaki Confederacy. We're all treaty people, and we are happy to be here, and we appreciate the leadership of the indigenous people and the work that they have done to host us. Thank you. I also want to acknowledge the African ancestors. In many ways, it's because of them why we're here, those who survived the Middle Passage, those who made it to the other side, and also those who died in the Middle Passage. Also want to acknowledge the 400 years of Black history within Nova Scotia and the Maritimes as a whole, and Canada at large. Thanks to all the ancestors, the 4 parents who made it possible for us to be here. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Her Excellency, Michaëlle Jean. Michaëlle Jean graciously accepted to be the patron of this conference. When I asked her, she graciously said yes. I saw her in Toronto, and I said, did they tell you? And I told her what it was, and she said, of course, Afua, of course. Thank you very much. I was so thrilled. Michaëlle Jean is a Haitian Canadian. She came from the wonderful island of Haiti. I want to say I was interviewed by someone from the media about this conference, and the interviewer brought up Haiti. He said, so how does the Haitian Revolution, how is it important to your conference on the Black people's history of Canada? And so I gave him an answer. Madame Jean was educated at the University of Montreal after earning a Bachelor of Arts in Modern Literature and Languages, Italian and Spanish. She completed her master's in Comparative Literature. Scholarships allowed her to pursue her studies at the University of Perugia, which is in Italy, the University of Florence, and the Catholic University of Milan. Michaëlle Jean is fluent in 5 languages: French, Haitian Creole, English, Italian, Spanish, and she reads Portuguese. From 1988 to 2005, Michaëlle Jean enjoyed an outstanding career as a journalist, presenter, and news anchor on Canadian public television in both the French and English networks. She also took part in documentary films produced by her husband, filmmaker, essayist, and philosopher, Jean-Daniel Lafont. In 2005, she was appointed Governor General and Commander-in-Chief of Canada, the first Black woman to reach the highest constitutional office in this country, a function she served with extraordinary dedication for a 5-year term. And many of us in this room remember that, remember how proud we were. One memory I have of that is when she met Barack Obama on the tarmac when he visited Ottawa, and she was on the tarmac meeting him. At the end of the mandate, on October 1st, 2010, the United Nations immediately called upon her as UNESCO Special Envoy to support reconstruction effort in Haiti, her native country devastated by the earthquake. She's also served as Chancellor of the University of Ottawa from 2011 to 2014. In 2014, Her Excellency was elected Secretary General of La Francophonie, the first woman to lead this multilateral organization comprising 88 states and governments on 5 continents. A seasoned stateswoman and diplomat, her words serve to convey goodwill everywhere in the multilateral sphere, in every United Nations forum, from New York to Geneva, all the way to the Security Council, as well as within the European Union and the European Parliament and the African Union. She is best known and appreciated for her convictions, her deep sense of universal humanistic values, the principles and rules of democracy, the rules of law, justice, and fundamental rights and freedom. Together with her husband, Jean-Daniel Lafont, she has co-chaired the Michael Jean Foundation since 2010, whose program helps support platforms and civic initiatives alongside some of the most vulnerable and disenfranchised, yet eager, creative young people in Canada. Michael Jean currently serves as Chancellor of St. Paul's University College in Waterloo, and the Chancellor of the African Development University in Niamey, Niger. I also want to say that Madame Jean is here for the African Canadian Summit, which begins from the 29th of July to the 31st of July, right here in Halifax. I know some members of this audience are also, will also be going to the summit. It's all sold out. Congratulations for that. It's really, really wonderful. So there are all these synergies happening right now in Halifax. If you don't have a ticket for the summit, perhaps you can watch it being live streamed. It will be live streamed. So without further ado, I bring up Her Excellency, Madame Michaëlle Jean.